Hare Krishna, welcome to Bhakti Steps. We'll continue with the 14th chapter that we are reading. Before that, we'll chant these prayers which are on my screen. Om Agyan Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Dadati Sopadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Uttapatakamanam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatamitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतम सावधूतम परिजन सहितम कृष्ण चैतन्य देवम श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So welcome to Bhakti Steps. We completed till 14.4, so 14.5 is where we need to start. So this Prakriti, material world that we stay in, Krishna has put gunas in it. Gunas means rope. Every person is controlled by these ropes. If you see, this is the material world, and people are interacting in this world. Okay, and these are three gunas, and these gunas, they control us. Like, in a puppet show, how the puppets are controlled. Similarly, the gunas control us. Basically, the control, in sense, more than control, it is influence. They influence us. And if we don't have control of our mind and senses and intelligence, then we will basically follow what these modes are trying to do. And these material modes are within our mind, body, intelligence, all three. So, like, last time I showed you, these are like the suit. So these suits will enable us in doing certain things and not doing in certain things. So it will give some facilities, it won't give certain facilities, right? It may give some more flexibility here, but it will be less flexibility here. There'll be more rigidness in between, right? So these suits are basically body around the human. Its suit is around body, around the soul, the atma. Okay, so this body forces us. Like, one may be in a animal body, then one has to work like an animal, isn't it? One cannot avoid that. One has to. So the modes are forcing us, basically. Within human body also, we get different bodies. Like, everyone has a different inclination, even though human beings are there. And you will see the inclination, the qualities that one may have also vary person to person. You will see that some people are very business minded, right? Some people are very studious. Some people are neither business minded, neither studious. They simply want to work, right? They're happy with their daily work, and they don't want to do more than that. Even those who have brothers and sisters and cousins, I mean brothers and sisters mainly, you will see not all of them are of the same type. How many of you have brothers and sisters? Hmm? Are they like you, or are they completely different?
Completely different.
Yeah. So Are we like our parents? To some extent, yes, to some extent, no. So, what is that thing that is making us so different in our attitude, our thought process, our inclination, our interests, dislikes, likes? Are these three modes? And these three modes are there in the gross body and subtle body, both. Gross body is the senses, the physical body itself, okay, and subtle body means the mind, intelligence, ego, okay, mind, intelligence, ego. So these modes are there in all these places. So that's why everything is different. The eating habit is different, the thinking habit is different, and the willing habit is also different. So what we get is a combination of these three modes basically. Some of that will be more, some of this will be less. Hmm? So if it's like 33%, I mean the combination is unlimited, right? If you see percentage wise, combination is unlimited. This can be 33%, this can be 33%, this can be 33%, this can be 20%, this can be 40%, and this can be remaining 40%. This can be 1%, this can be 80%, and this can be remaining 19%. You see, the combination of these three can be unlimited, right? Similarly, all the bodies that human bodies that we see, right? This combination is mixed. There's a lot of permutation, combination, weighted combinations. You understand? So that's why we see very different type of people, right? Within the same family we see, within the same country we see, within across the geography we see. Hmm? We see so many different people. So these three modes are influencing us. So these three modes are sattva, rajas, tamas. Goodness, passion, ignorance. Depending on that, our quality is the way we perceive peace, clarity, creativity, positiveness, harmony, movement, energy, excitement, passion, desire, agitation, illusion, depression, and negative inactivity, inertia. Everything is influenced. Now, this is I'm talking about the body, right? I'm just talking about the body. But if we look at the world also, if we look at the world also, that is also in the three modes. Hmm? If you look at the world also, that is also in three modes. So basic point I want to say is that the material nature also has three modes. Goodness, passion, ignorance. Everything in this world in this world is in three modes. So we'll take some examples like
Excuse me, Prabhuji. Is
hmm,
it only for human being or the all the living entities?
everything in the material world is like that. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not just um, in the human body, it is in everything. Let's see if I can find table format options. Insert table is there. What is this? Oh, background templates. Oh, there is no insert table. There it is. Insert table. Okay. Hmm. We will discuss this point and get into discussion, hmm, because this is very, very important to understand that it's not just the body, even the material nature has that, and therefore interacting with the material nature also influences us. Okay. Hmm. Goodness, passion, ignorance. Goodness is sattva, passion is rajas, ignorance is tamas. Um, okay, something I need to do. Is there an edit here? Hmm. Chilling. What it did? No. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I want it like this. Goodness, passion, ignorance. Goodness is sattva, passion is rajas, ignorance is tamas. Now we will take few examples and we'll see whether they are in goodness, passion, or ignorance. Okay. So let's take the example of place. Can you tell me a place which is always in goodness? What kind of places are always
Man-
in goodness?
Mandir?
What? Sorry?
Mandir.
Temple. Huh?
Yes, yes, sorry, temple.
A temple. More?
Like a garden, like there is a lots of tree. It's
Garden,
sometimes
forest. Hmm? Okay. Which
hmm,
places are in rajas? Passion.
office.
Okay, good. Yeah, office is there. More?
Like hospital. Like there is also
Hmm.
work.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Hospital also. I would say it's like on the border. But anyway, it has some passion in it, of course. Hmm. Restaurants, right? There's some passion in it. Ignorance. Tell some places which are in ignorance.
Like bar or
What?
bar. I mean,
Bars. Yeah, okay. Bars. Hmm. Alcohol places. Meat market. Meat restaurants. More? Gambling places. Right? Gambling
yeah.
casinos. What about movie theaters? Disco dance or disco pubs, right? Okay.
Mm.
Hmm. Let's talk about music. Which kind of music are in goodness? Which kind of music are in passion? Hmm?
Kirtan. Kirtan.
Ah, sorry, I'm changing this format. Hmm. What you said? Music. Let's put it like
Kirtan.
classic. Classical bhajan. Passion. Passionate music.
Like movie music or something.
Bollywood music. And ignorance music. Heavy metal, disco dance, hip hop. Right? Isn't
Yes.
it? All Ganpati, you will what you will see is in Ganesh Chaturthi na, when 10 days they have Ganpati puja, even this Durga puja and all that, you will see in the morning it will be classical, in the passion, in the night, in the afternoon it will turn out to be Bollywood, in the night it will be disco dance. Have you seen, observed this?
Yes, Prabhuji. Not like Ganesh Puja, also Durga Puja, also same thing.
Hmm. Okay, okay, we talked about place, music, food. We can discuss about food. Yeah, food. Goodness food.
Without onion, garlic, without
Fruit,
like
vegetables. Okay. Passion, food, vegetable, grains, milk. Passionate food, spicy, tangy, sweet. Too much sweet. Let's put it. Too sweet. Pungent. Onion garlic is a pungent. Next, hot. Too hot. Sour. Okay. Ignorance food, non-veg, fish, etc. etc. Egg. Anything more? Wine, alcohol.
tea, coffee, or
Tea, coffee, we will put it in Rajas. Okay, place, music, food. Place, music, food. Okay, day. In a day, what time is good time? It's a goodness time.
4 to
Days.
8 a.m.
Sorry.
4 to 8 a.m. I
Hmm.
mean, Brahma Muhurt.
Before sunrise. Before sunrise is goodness. That's where we advise to do spiritual activity. Passion. After 9 a.m. Passion starts. Ignorance. After 8 p.m. Right? Isn't it? 8 p.m. to midnight or 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
3 a.m. Okay.
Hmm. Okay, place, music, food, daytime, and what more? So we are talking about the nature. Hmm? In the nature, we have food, we have place, we have
What type of work? I mean,
nature. So let's talk about natural phenomena, which is goodness. Natural phenomena. Rain, passionate. Rain, uh, spring, All this is natural, good things, right? Rain, spring, sun, sunny, let's put it like that. Then passionate phenomena. um Even in this case of, like, we can put pond, ocean, we can say, it's all natural phenomena. In passion, what would we say? Passion, like, we can say too much of rain, too hot, right? Too cold, isn't it? This is passion, right? There'll be some problems because of, see how we decide whether or not. So goodness will bring good result, okay? Passion will bring misery, ignorance will bring madness. That's how we decide. So same item we can see it in three ways: goodness, passion, ignorance, isn't it? If normal rain is there, we are happy, right? But if too much of rain, too much of cold, misery, right? There is water in the basement. Too much of rain, farming is destroyed, right? Too much of cold, the fruits go bad. Too much of hot, the grains burn out, the plants burn out, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So the same phenomena, when we will say tamas, when it will madness, there is normal rain, there is too much of rain, and then there is, what is the next thing?
Result of too much rain, too much hot, like
What
that
what it
only.
will be? Flood. Okay. Flood, earthquake, volcano, isn't it?
Yes.
Snow. So the result will be madness, in sense, you can't do anything of it. Like, it's like destruction only. Tamas is like destruction. So all these things will destroy, isn't it? Flood, earthquake, volcano. This is all destroy. They won't do anything good, isn't it? So,
Yes.
so in natural phenomena. So day is also divided, phenomena is also divided, food is also divided, music is also divided, place is also divided. Anything more you want to have categorize? Anything more you want to categorize?
People in the sense, type of people,
People,
like
yes,
who is
people we discussed. Goodness, passion, ignorance. What I'm saying is of the nature, the place where we live, okay? The earth that we live on, isn't it? The earth that we live on also is in three modes. Like, here we should say Rajas is like the cities. If we live in the cities, and this will be if we live in,
school college should be passion.
yeah, school, college, passion. But again, if they are teaching Vedic, then it is goodness. But if they are only teaching material knowledge, then it is passion. And if they are only teaching about, breaking four regulative principles, then it is ignorance. Yes. Anything more you want to categorize? Or this is enough?
I guess it's enough. I mean, from my point of view, I don't get any other categorized.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So we have spent time to understand how material nature is in three modes. Okay. How our own body is in three modes. So you can see the combination. If you lie somewhere in between, you can see what kind of mode is going to affect you, isn't it? Hmm?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So now we will get into. Now Krishna is going to explain this whole thing. We'll quickly go. So material nature consists of three modes: goodness, passion, ignorance. When the living entity comes in contact with the nature, so with any of this contact or a combination of this thing, he becomes conditioned to these three modes. Conditioned in sense he will get influenced. He will get influenced by that. So we read this. O sinless one, the mode of goodness being purer than others is illuminating and it frees one from sinful reactions. So goodness is what? It is pure. It is illuminating. It is enlightening. Okay, we know what are sins, what should not be done. In this mode, one is conditioned by the sense of happiness and knowledge. So in this mode, one feels superior. So therefore, he thinks I am happy. One thinks that I am wiser than others. That's why I am happy. So this is a rope, but this rope is what? Golden rope. If somebody is chained, but chained with gold chain or gold rope, he's still chained, right? It is not that he's free. He's still chained. So
Yes.
what is he changed with? Chained with happiness, sense of happiness. It is sense of happiness. Sense of happiness, not true happiness. The sense is what? I am superior. And we see this in scholars. They are happy people. They don't do any trouble in the society. But they inherently have some pride in them. Have you seen pride in them? They will think that um, they are very, very intelligent people. You see? They will look down at those people who are not so intelligent. So they will have a sense of happiness in that superiority. So that is the gold chain effect. Okay, now a lot of things we discussed, but like scientists, philosophers, they have this goodness in them. But what is the point? They just think that they are better, but they are still chained. Now we'll go to mode of passion. The mode of passion is born of unlimited desires. Here desires are unlimited. I want this, I want that. O son of Kunti, and because of this, the embodied living entity is bound to material fruitive actions. Fruitive actions. What does fruitive action means? Just like the word says fruit. So unless one sees that there is a fruit, one won't do anything. If there is a fruit, then only one will act. Like, what is in it for me? What I'm going to get out of it? Then only. So highest is attraction between man and woman. The woman thinks, I'll get this man, he will satisfy all my sense gratification. The man also thinks, I'll get this woman, she will satisfy my gratification. And then they will have kind of happy life, children, house, ye, wo. But all this is mode of passion only. And in mode of passion, what is the result? Misery. So many love stories they start, right? Bollywood, the Hollywood movies, they always show love stories. But they end it where? Where do they end it? Where do all movies end? Can you tell me where do they end? Tell me. Generally, all Bollywood movies they end in what?
No idea, Prabhuji.
No, they end always in actor and actress getting married, right? At the end, they both get married, isn't it?
Yes.
After marriage, they never show. There are hardly any movies we show after marriage, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why? Because after marriage, the reality sets in. Okay, the reality sets in. The misery of married life is there. Okay, some happiness is there and misery is also there, but they don't want to show that because there is misery. so so this is the thing, there is unlimited desire, and the result is what is there in it for me, one is thinking, but the result is always miserable. Hmm? So now, do the acharyas are saying that okay, we should not marry? Hmm? Does this all mean that we should not marry? That's a natural question, right? If there is so much misery, does it mean we should not marry? Hmm? What is your answer? What do you think? Should we marry or not marry?
If not a solution, like if there is a problem, we should not do that. Uh, Rather, we should find a solution to how to get happy, like um, while we are married.
So, when Krishna also come, does he marry? When he came as Ram, did he marry? Did he marry?
Yes, married to Sita. Yeah.
Yeah. When he came as Krishna, did he marry?
Yes,
How many
16,000
marriages?
women married.
16,108. Do the Vedas say we should marry?
Yes,
Okay. But in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying there will be passion in this marriage, and because of which there will be misery. But Krishna also does, Ram also does. So, what are they trying to tell? So, they're trying to tell is that marriage. Where is our. Huh. So, we'll do one categorization, marriage. What is a marriage in goodness? What do you think is a marriage in goodness? When both husband and wife are friendly to each other. Okay? When they are following all the dharmic rules, isn't it? Then marriage is goodness. They're friendly to each other, they're respectful to each other, hmm? They're kind to each other, and they're sincere to each other. Then it is marriage will be in goodness. Do you agree? Do you agree to these points?
yes.
Okay. So when the marriage will be in passion and it will result in misery,
Too much expectation from each
okay.
other.
Too much expectation. Okay. Anything more? Too much bodily enjoyment also. Too much bodily enjoyment, right? Also leads to misery. Why? Because too much of sex life, right? And having no children, then too much of sex life. One day one will think, Array, this sex life with wife or husband is just limited, It is the same thing again and again. So that is the problem with that. Too much bodily enjoyment. Too much expectation. Okay. Anything more? Fighting.
When both husband and wife are running behind materialistic pleasures, big
Right.
house, big
Dharmic
cars,
life. Yeah.
yeah,
Dharmic.
yeah, adharmic.
Or let's say you said materialistic. Let's put it materialistic. We'll put dharmic in the third category. Materialistic fruitive mentality. Like, dowry. For dowry, the husband is torturing the wife, isn't it? You get money from your father. Too much of fruitive. What is there in it for me? I will marry you because you have, gold shops. you have this big property. Behind the scenes, men have different desires. Women also have different desires. I'll marry you because you also are too rich. You have big name and fame. Sometimes women marry for these reasons, isn't it? So those reasons are not dharmic reasons. Are they dharmic reasons? No, right? So there will be misery. Hmm. Anything more? I will put this as okay, argumentative. See, there is no. It's not like goodness doesn't have argumentative, but um, it is. It is what? It's a vada. Vada means conclusive, constructive, constructive argument. Okay, this is constructive argument. This is argumentative. This is like argumentative um, and not resolving. See, some arguments are done for not resolving at all. Like some couples, they fight without the idea of resolving. They just want to force their own idea on the other person. So that leads to passion, ignorance. In constructive argument, what happens? The argument, they argue, but they will compromise. They may come to some solution, isn't it? So that is also in goodness. But here the argumentation is not for resolving. It is to force. Hmm? To force one's thoughts on others. Like too much expectation, you said, right? To force one's thoughts on others. Anything more you want to add? Argumentative, but yeah. Selfish. Do you see? Sometimes in marriages we see, those who generally go through divorce, we end up concluding, that person was selfish. Either the husband or the wife. Have you seen such scenes? Selfish. I have seen one scenario where actually the wife was very selfish. Have you seen? Yes or no?
Yes, right.
Okay. Okay. So selfish mentality is there. Kind mentality is not there. Selfish mentality is there. What is there in it for me? Like that. Now we'll go to ignorance. Which marriages are in ignorance? It's madness. It's madness. Have you ever seen marriages? Kind of like um, marriage based on sex. Have you seen such marriages which is purely based on sex? Huh? Where do you think such marriage happen? Which is purely based on sexual attraction. Let's put it like that. No? Have you seen or not seen? So here,
No, Prabhu, haven't seen.
no, in all the movies and all that, right? These actresses, sometimes they have these reality shows, and we end up coming to know this guy married that girl and all that, and then after 2 years they got divorced. It is purely based on
Yes.
sexual attraction, isn't it? Now you know.
Yes.
Ah, they are always in news.
Yes, Prabhu.
Ah, open marriages. Have you heard about open marriages? You're legally married, but one will still seek partners outside marriage. So such a madness, you know. What more?
Marriage for property or
What? Sorry,
mm,
marriage?
for property, like
Yeah, exactly. That will come in Rajas, where selfish desires are there and all that. This will be more in madness. In case it will be like killing the spouse. This it will be madness, right? Killing the spouse. Some marriages they just end up in killing. There was one case which happened like 2 3 years back, or maybe 4 years back, in Delhi, where a woman, she was in this family and they were business family, and the father-in-law died out of old age. He died out of old age, and then she was pregnant. Later on, she became pregnant, but the doctor said that this child is not healthy. There is a problem with this child. It's better that the child be dropped. Hmm? But then the husband thought, no, no, my father is coming back. He's coming back as this child. But she said, no, no, this child has medical problem. We cannot bring him into this world. So without the knowledge of the husband, she went and she had abortion. Then the husband got very angry. He got angry. He said, my father was coming through this child and you dropped her. And then he devised a plan and he made his wife go to her family house and he brought food for them. And in that food, he put poison and he killed his wife. He killed his wife's mother and two, three more relatives. So this revenge mentality is there. So such is madness, you know. And few years ago, there was this one woman. She was caught poisoning her father-in-law, mother-in-law, husband in Kerala, right? So such kind of marriages are in ignorance. They will lead to madness. So we discussed a lot of points because we have to be clear in what is happening, isn't it? So we should avoid going into tamas and we should go more into rajas. Sorry, not rajas, sattva. We should come to sattva. Minimum we should come to sattva. Does this help in understanding? Yes?
yes,
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. O son of Bharata, know that the mode of darkness born of ignorance is delusion of all the embodied living entities. The result of this mode is our madness. See, the result of ignorance, tamas, is madness, indolence, and sleep. Too much of sleep. See, we discussed now one point, we didn't discuss this point. Sleep. Let's put the sleep. Sleep. Goodness sleep is what?
Not too much, not too less, like
Hmm.
4 to 5 hours.
Sleep in, no, not 4 to 5 hours. It's actually 6
Six
to
hours?
8 hours.
Okay, 6 hours. Somewhere I
And
read, bro, 5 hours. I
no,
don't know,
no,
some
not
like.
5 hours. 5 hours is
Okay,
not right. And the
okay.
right time, that is,
Hmm.
the right time is also important. Okay, after 8:30 p.m. Okay, so from Ayurvedic perspective, now this is recommended. That 8:30 you see all the birds and animals are also sleeping. So indeed, humans should also follow that. But we sleep a little late. Okay, and we start sleeping at 12 o'clock, whereas at 10:30 only we should sleep, and 12 o'clock also we should be slept completely. Okay, passion is too less sleep, 5 hours and all that you were talking, right? And passion will be sleep at wrong time. Ignorance sleep means Too much of sleep. And here also sleep at wrong time is also there. Daytime one is sleeping. Too much of sleeping is going on. Kumbhakaran sleeping is going on. Okay, like this. So we should try to make our sleep in sattva. Sleep at the right time. Sleep for the minimum 6 to 8 hours. So those who do physical and mental too much of work, right? For them, 8 hours is minimum. Hmm? Okay. So that also binds the condition. So see, Rajas is binded by silver chain, and Tamas is binded by iron chain. Iron chain. So one can feel that pressure on him. There are some points in the purport, but we discussed a lot. A son of Bharata, the mode of goodness conditions one to happiness, passion. Okay, goodness, one thinks he's superior, so he feels happy. In passion, one sees that, oh, I'm getting all these fruits. I'm getting my dhanam and janam, and I'm getting wife, I'm getting children, I'm getting name, fame. So I'm happy. Isn't it? The whole world is driven by this name, fame, possessions, resources. So that is passion. Passion is divine. And then ignorance, one's knowledge covers what is right, what is wrong. What is wrong, we think that is right. So that is madness. Criminals, they think to steal is the right thing, isn't it? So that is covering their knowledge. Even if they are put into jail, they still come back and they do the same thing. So they are in ignorance. Sometimes now this is a very very important verse. Sometimes the mode of goodness becomes prominent, defeating the modes of passion and ignorance. O son of Bharata, sometimes the mode of passion defeats goodness and ignorance, and at other times ignorance defeats goodness and passion. In this way there is always competition for supremacy. So these three modes are there, but who is the winner? Who is the winner among the three? Who is the winner?
Goodness.
But Krishna is saying there are always a competition for supremacy. Sometimes mode of passion defeats goodness and ignorance. So what Krishna means is, at various times of the day, at various times in centuries, at various times in months, as various times of the day, one of the other will be a winner. Who wins at night? Tell me. Who wins at night? Sattva, Rajas or Tamas?
Tamas.
Yeah. Um, so same way, these three modes are always fighting, and they have their places, they have their time, and they have their circumstances where they will always win. Can you chant in a disco pub?
Never, Prabhuji.
Never.
We even
So,
don't think
so Tamas will
like
always win there, isn't it? Can you chant in a movie theater? No, Rajas will always win there. If you eat spicy food, it will affect your body, it will bring diseases. So then spiritual activity will become difficult. So like that, these three modes, they have their places, they have their time where they are very strong. And at that particular time, if we try to do something other modes, then it will become difficult to control. Getting? You understand this point? When tamas is high, it is very difficult to follow sattva and rajas. When rajas is high, it is very difficult to follow sattva and tamas. When sattva is high, it is very difficult to follow rajas and tamas. So They are always fighting. And where we
Prabhu.
land, in what situation we land, in what time, place, circumstances we land, and that particular time, place, circumstance, what mode is at the highest influence, that will influence us. Now you understand?
Prabhu,
Hmm.
I have a doubt. You mentioned that the judges,
Your
Brahman,
voice is getting cut.
everything. But if
Voice is cut. Tell what?
Prabhu, can you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you, but yeah. Tell me.
Hear me now? Yeah. Okay. So when we are in our like in the family place, the whole the family members like they are all rajas, but one person is sattva. How it can be, Prabhu? If one person itself managing is difficult. The whole family is rajas.
Yeah.
So those kind of time we can't avoid them or we
Yes.
can't do
Yes.
anything.
Yes.
So how to handle that?
See, the whole story of Mahabharata is about this only. Pandavas, Draupadi, they were in
Yes.
Sattva. But because they were in the house of with their cousins of 100 brothers who were in Rajas and Tamas, there were always clashes.
Mm.
And because of that, such a
Yes.
trouble came into their life, right? So
Mm.
the way to
Yes.
handle is to study their lives. And
Mm.
Krishna puts their
Okay.
life in such examples that we will know what to do in what situation.
Mm.
So
Okay.
basic thing is we have to take shelter of Krishna. That is there is no alternative for that. Okay, first thing, shelter of
Okay.
Krishna. Second thing is to take shelter of the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas and Guru, because
Mm. Okay.
they will tell how to navigate through this all. See,
Mm.
Yudhishthir Maharaj, Pandavas, they were sent to forest, but in the forest they met so many sages, Vyasadev,
Mm.
and they had their guru also with them, Dhaumya, and they were directing them.
Yes.
Okay, and the
Mm.
third thing is
Yes.
we should avoid few things like music, food. We should try to keep it in sattva,
Mm.
because what
Okay.
goes in makes our body.
Mm.
So one of the verses that I put here specifically, it is this verse: Ahara shuddho sattva shuddho. Sattva shuddha dhruva smriti shutva. From purity of food comes purity of mind. Purity of mind comes constant remembrance of a God. So if you want to be in Krishna consciousness, the purity of food should be there. The purity of music should be there.
Mm. Yes.
So I have this. Yeah. So if you see here, the senses are going to pull us. But if we put those senses in Krishna's service here,
Mm.
then we will be happy. So this is the way.
Mm.
But there will be Mahabharata and
Okay.
there will be Ramayana. Okay, it is not like it won't be there.
Okay.
Okay, it won't be there, it
Mm.
won't be, and it won't be as intense as Draupadi, it won't be as intense as Sita. Okay, it will be less intense.
No, Prabhu. It's that
You are
intense
thinking like
only
that, but what
here. I
Draupadi and
just
Sita
want
went
to.
through, what Draupadi and Sita went through is unimaginable.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
That's true, right? So
Mm.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. For us, the
Yes, that's
intensity
true.
is
Mm.
less. Okay, we
Yeah.
don't have a Ravana,
Yes.
we have a mini Ravana. We have a mini Hiranyakashipu. We have a mini
Yes.
Duryodhana at home. And sometimes that mini Duryodhana is
Yeah.
there within our heart only. It is not like it is there outside. No, it is in our heart also. We are like that.
Outside.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes,
yes.
Prabhu. Yeah.
So the solution is going to come as we go forward. But the but the solution I already told. There is no other alternative other than taking
Mm.
taking shelter of Krishna. Now, this taking shelter of
Of
Krishna
Krishna. Okay.
needs to be expanded. There are various levels to it.
Mm.
Okay, because we are not
Okay.
Shuddha devotee, na? We are not
Yes,
like
Prabhu.
Draupadi or Sita. We are not like that. So for us, we need
Mm.
more help. Okay, we need more ways of doing it.
Mm.
So we will discuss.
Okay.
As we go, we will discuss. But the point here is to
Yes,
understand is
Prabhu. Okay.
the reason is these three modes are fighting. So that's why we find sometimes, adharmic forces winning over dharmic forces. Like like a king
Hmm.
in the lineage
Yes.
of
Hmm.
Ram, right? Before Lord Ram, there were many kings, and one of the king he got defeated by Ravana, and then he cursed Ravana
Hmm.
while dying. That in my lineage there will come a king
Hmm.
who will kill you. But the point is, he got defeated,
Ah.
right? He got defeated. Ayodhya was defeated by Ravana.
Hmm.
So how could
Hmm.
a dharmic
Yes.
place, a dharmic king could defeat a dharmic king? The reason is this. Sometimes we say, "Na, why evil happens?"
Hmm.
The reason is this. See, how can we expect, like we made this table, now we need to understand this table. How can we expect anything good from flood or earthquake, volcano? Can we expect anything? Avalanche? Huh? If there is a flood, if there is an earthquake, many people are going to die, right? We cannot expect any good coming out of it.
Hmm.
So that's
Yes.
the point.
Yes.
When that mode is at the top, right, nothing can be done. We have to just go through it. Okay. Yeah, that's the point. You have to just
Okay,
go through it.
Prabhu.
Like
Okay. Yeah.
COVID affected devotees also, non-devotees also, right?
Hmm.
Devotees also died,
Hmm. Yes.
non-devotees also
Yes.
died.
Also time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the reason was all this. These three modes are going on, and at that point, the
Okay.
mode of passion, even today, mode of passion is very high. If you go through astrology,
Hmm.
also, it will say that the mode of passionate planets are stronger today. Okay, that because of that, those
Hmm.
who are
Yes.
influenced by that modes, they get
Hmm.
very powerful. In Mahabharata, the war was happening,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah. Hmm.
And in the night, the Rakshasas become very strong.
Hmm.
So Duryodhana had a Rakshasa who was helping him, and in the evening also he was fighting,
Hmm.
and they were becoming stronger, stronger, stronger. Then Bhishma's son Gadochkach, he came. Now he is
Hmm.
also a Rakshasa, and his strength was
Hmm.
also very strong in the night. So he could
Hmm.
fight with that guy. You see,
Uh,
so it works
yeah.
like that. It works like that. Okay, it works like that.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
No
Hare
problem.
Krishna.
So we will read few of it and then we will stop. The manifestation of mode of goodness can be experienced when all the gates of the body are illuminated by knowledge. Meaning, what are the gates? The gates are two eyes, two ears, nostril, mouth, genitals, anus. Illuminated by knowledge means there is no bulb that goes inside it and illuminates. No, it means we are using it for the right purpose. We are using our two eyes for the right purpose, for sattva, for goodness, ears for goodness, nostril for goodness. Like I showed you this picture. When the senses are used for this purpose, that means they are in knowledge. And when they are used for this purpose, they are in sense gratification. When the chief of Bharatas, when there is an increase in the mode of passion, the symptoms of great attachment, fruitive activities, intense endeavor, uncontrollable desires, hankering develops. Intense endeavor is doing, na? Ugra karma. Business people, they do intense endeavor. So much of risk they take because they're in passion. Uncontrollable desire. I am today earning 1 crore. I need 10 crores. When I am earning 10 crores, I need 100 crores. When I need 100 crores, I need 1000 crores. Isn't it? If you talk with these people, you will understand. Are with 1 crore, you can live nicely. With 10 crore, you don't have to work also. But you want 100 crores? No, you want 1000 crores. Politicians, when they do scams, we see, right? So much of passion is driving them. When there is an increase in mode of ignorance, darkness, inertia, madness, illusion are manifested. Okay, when one dies, now death is also in certain modes. When one dies in mode of goodness, he reaches higher planets of Swargaloka, great sages where they are living. Tapaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, there one goes, where there are devotees, where there are rishi munis. When one dies in passion, he takes birth among those in fruitive activities, in on the moon, or in the Swargaloka enjoying nicely, like that. When the result of, sorry, we didn't read fully. And in mode of ignorance, one takes birth in animal kingdom. Animals are ignorant only. We see in a slaughterhouse that the sheep is getting killed, but the other sheep are not at all worried. They see that the one next was getting killed, he went away, he's not seen now, but they are happy with whatever leafy vegetables that they are eating. Have you seen such scenes? So animal kingdom, this ignorance is there. The result of pious actions are pure, and it is said to be in mode of goodness. But actions in passion in are result in misery, and mode of ignorance results in foolishness. Okay. From mode of goodness, real knowledge develops. From mode of passion, greed develops. What develops? Greed. I want more. I won't be satisfied. I won't be satisfied. From mode of ignorance develops foolishness, madness, and illusion. One will be foolish, mad. What is wrong, one will think that is right. Those in mode of goodness gradually go upwards to the higher planets, and those in mode of passion live on the earthly planets, and those in abominable conditions go to hellish worlds. Okay, so we'll stop here. 18. Any questions or comments? To understand these three modes, we had taken one example of three brothers from Ramayana: Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Vibhishan. Ravana represents mode of passion. Kumbhakarna represents mode of ignorance. Vibhishan represents mode of goodness. And because he was pure devotee, pure goodness also. Getting? So if you are confused, what is what, you think of these three brothers. And you simply know now what to do, what not to do. Right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Okay. So no questions.